been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, man. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You either with it or you're not with it. Alright, so taking up one seat in the garden and thing. Um, Here's to the story. This is Rodney's story. Now, when you're thinking about mental health for men, a lot of the times we always say, men's mental health is important, and we try to make it an academic kind of thing, to say, all right, follow these steps and this is what will happen, and all of that is great. But over time, having talked to a lot of different men about the idea of mental health, I think when we start using the term mental health, a lot of people immediately they go off on a tangent and say, no man, me not suffer from depression, or me not crazy, or me not mental. You know, them just say it's stress. Understandable. But what I'd like to say today to all of my brethren them, all of the man them out there, younger men out there as well, even the older man them, mental health is not a bad term. It's just an umbrella. Like in the rain, it's just a very large umbrella that covers a whole heap of different things. From the good to the bad to the reasonable to the unsuspecting. Mental health. It's sort of like deciding that you're getting education. You have a whole heap of different subjects, don't it? You can't be strong in everything, but everything falls under education. So let's get past all of that. I think it is important for all of us to know exactly what it is that is our strength and what constitutes weakness. And focus a lot of the times, not just on the strengths, but to also understand what impact the weaknesses can have. So, if you find that over time, you struggle with trying to meet deadlines. Why are you struggling to meet deadlines? Is it that you've waited too long to get things done and now you're under pressure? Is it that you're doing something that you really know that you're not very prepared for, and as such, now a lot is expected of you and the stress feels heavy? In cases like that, I don't know that I need to really sit down with you and hold your hand through this, but the man who is better prepared is the man who has a better outcome. You might not be somebody who understands it or values it, but trust me, to be better prepared makes you better able to ensure a better outcome. And better prepared, less stress. Also, a lot of us want to be everything in everything. So we say, okay, for doing this podcast, somebody else to have a stand, a chair, an area, a camera. Yeah, man. Everybody has a responsibility. But you decide that you want to sit down and you want to be the person who bring the right chair, and you want to be the person who provide the right stand, and you need to get the right camera and the right chair and the right spot. All these things you've decided to do. And having decided to do all of them, now you appoint people to be in charge of these things. But you want to spend the time and micromanage everybody who is doing something. And then you say, boy, you don't understand the stress and the pressure, and it get to me, and every day I need to be doing this, and it's very difficult, and I have to submit this stuff so people can see it. And then, all right, how about this? How about you understand that your number one thing is you're going to be sitting in the chair? Okay, that's important. Leave the other people who you've selected. You say they are good enough at what they do. Make sure everybody's on the same page. And once people are on the same page, give them the appreciation, the room, the space to become part of what you want to achieve. A lot of the times, we pick the wrong people. And because of that, we keep going through this cycle of, boy, me can't bother, Jesus Christ, and we carry on. Find the right people. The people who are on the same page, in the same book, in the same chapter, in the same story. And it becomes easier. If you're at work and you decide, all right, fine. Some of us, we take up other people's work, Yeah, man. For some strange reason, this is what you're supposed to do. But you know what? You feel the need to do Tom and Harry work as well, and you call yourself efficient, and yeah, man, you call it teamwork. Teamwork is not always trying to be the person who gets everybody else's job done so the team look good. That's not teamwork. That's really an obsession you have with trying to make people see you as the performer and show up everybody else. It's not really teamwork, that. But I guess when the success comes, you beat your chest and say, yeah, man, well, I led this team and we're looking good. But you see, when it flop, all of a sudden, a Tom and Harry now pull them weight and this and that and blah, 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 and everything just fall down upon you. Part of the mental health issue is how much you impose on yourself. Mental stress and pressure on your mental health. Sometimes you just need to step back and ask yourself, am I doing too much with too little outcome? You're really trying to validate, balance, and answer the self-question. Am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? If you're doing enough, not just enough to get by, if you're getting things done well, then you're efficient. If you're overcome by things, you need to step back, look at them and ask yourself, why am I creating so many hills and valleys and bumps and obstacles in my way? And if you're underperforming and under stress, ask yourself, what are the steps I'm taking that make this job so much harder to accomplish? Is it that other people are not delivering what they're supposed to deliver and I'm waiting? Sometimes you need to go ahead and try and get what you need instead of just sitting down knowing that you get the same result every time because other people slow on the take. But the most important thing is not necessarily to wake up stress-free, but a lot of it has to do with what we bring on ourselves and what we put out there. It's just one of those little pieces of advice for men's mental health. Yeah? Not just in a month, but just for life. I mean, try it. It might work. Who knows? I never said I was the expert, but here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. Little more.